Good morning, Athens, and welcome to Education Matters, the official voice of the youth. Education Matters is sponsored by Drug Free Athens, helping to prevent substance abuse by youth, Ellison's Professional Services. When it comes to your tax return, go with who you know. Ellison's Professional Services. Athens Bounce House Rentals, when it's their pleasure to be a part of your celebration. And your local internet station, MediaRadioAthens.com. My name is Aiden Stevens, and joining me in the studio are
Kareem Lumpkin,
Aiden Dowdy,
and Andrea Taylor.
Today on Education Matters, we'll be having a group discussion about back to school. But before we jump into today's show, Drea will give us our words to grow on.
Your words to grow on quote today is by Robert F. Kennedy, published in June 6, 1966. Youth is not a time of life, but a state of mind, a temper of the will, a quality of imagination.
Thank you, Drea. And also, before we jump back into today's show, Aiden will give us our history fact.
My name is Aiden, and this is your history fact. Did you know that on August 28, 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom? Before then, more than 200,000 people, he called for equality, justice, and opportunity for all. The march helped build support for the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Yet, just 18 days later, 4 young black girls were killed in the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing in Birmingham, showing that the struggle was far from over. Dr. King continued fighting for the civil rights and economic justice until his assassination in 1968. His dream remains a call for equality, courage, and continued action. And that was your history fact. So, guys, you guys just started high school. How y'all feeling?
I feel
good.
I feel great about school.
And, I mean, I'm kind of in the middle about it because I'm very excited to open this chapter, which I've already opened. And it's just been really exciting these past few days going into high school. Like, the realization is really starting to pop in. Like, I'm really in high school. I only have 3 years left of school. And it's like the realization is just starting to get there. And it's like, oh, my God, I'm a high schooler. And the work is starting to get there, too. So I'm like, wow, I'm a high schooler now.
I really think it's pros and cons to it. There's things that I am excited about and things that I'm not really ready to endure.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel like it's like kind of way better than middle school was. I think it's just like
more freedom.
Yeah, more freedom.
More people.
Yeah, and you also like you can like there's like a lot of clubs, so like you can like express yourself differently than at BHL.
Okay, cool. So, like, what is y'all plan when y'all leave high school? Start there.
Okay.
What y'all plan to do?
When I get older, I want to be a NICU nurse.
A NICU what?
NICU nurse. Like, I want to work with
nurse?
babies.
No,
That's when you work with
NICU.
NICU.
Oh,
NICU. NICU.
Cause one of the things I like to do is, I like babies, so I work. Okay, not y'all get what I'm saying. I like to work with babies, especially because my mom she works with kids and stuff, so I get to be around a lot of babies and kids all the time.
No,
so I think that's something that I would like to do and help families out. But I also want to be an entrepreneur, especially because I want to do something that I would definitely enjoy, but I also want to be financially stable, especially knowing how the economy is these days. But yeah,
ain't gonna get into that. Although we do have 4 years to figure out what we want to do after high school, I would say an idea that I have is to either be a journalist or either major in band. Now, being that I'm able to play 3 different instruments, I feel like I have a strong chance of being accepted into college for band or marching band.
My plans for after high school, I really want to get a degree in medicine, and I think I want to become a pharmacist. I think that's what it's called, because I like helping people, and it just seems fun, making medicine for people and helping them helping them see them use medicine for their beneficial gain.
Just because y'all know, since we started freshman, we can. It's never not a time to think about our future. Cause
But it could change.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but like, as far as
well, actually, can I ask something? I either want to do that, or I low-key might want to go to the Army, but I don't know.
I'll go. You don't get no
You memorize
benefit.
that creed.
Yep, I sure did. I know it. I know it by heart.
The what?
The JROTC.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's never not a time to think about our future. And I think the best time for us to start thinking about our future is when we're freshmen. Because, next thing you know, we're seniors.
When we're
Seniors. Like lazy. And we walk across that stage.
All right, we're come on.
My fault. You got to think about the future. So, what has surprised y'all most about high school so far?
To be honest, like on the first day, or like right when I walked in the door, like it was crazy seeing how many people just like
standing
just
there,
like making TikToks, running around, like playing, being like having affection, not in like that type of way, but like being able to be around your friends and stuff. It's kind of like it makes me feel like my middle school is just strict.
I swear.
Like we would have had silent lunch, we would have had ISS for all the stuff they be doing in high school. Cause to be honest, in middle school they made it seem like high school was like
straight.
Was gonna be like the worst of it, but it's not right now. I mean, I know it could get bad later on, but right now it literally does not seem like that at all. And it's so many opportunities. Like they literally have like a crochet club. Like I did not know that they have a crochet club. Like that's so crazy.
And just to piggyback off what Jerry said, it's like it's a lot of stuff that you see in high school that you don't see in middle school, and it's like our middle school teachers will tell us like, oh, high school's gonna be worse, or they're much strict, or they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. And then when you get there,
it's never like that.
Right, it's never like that. None of that stuff ever happens. Because I walk in the building, I see like a million people just in the hallway talking to their friends, socializing. Mind you, it's like 8:30. We got to be in class by 8:45. People still in the hallway just talking to their friends, making TikToks. I'm like, okay. And then it's like, they're strict about you going to class and stuff, but it's like if you're not there, they just like, that's on you, you're just not there. And it's just like, it's just kind of surprising like how like not strict it is. It's like it's strict. It's like they got a structure, but it's not overly structured.
No, it's kind of like just if you want to act bad, that's like
because
we young adults, so it's like we can't depend on the teachers and stuff to piggyback off of us. Like if you gonna be late to class, that's on you.
Exactly.
Like they
So
don't
it's
care.
like basically like it's kind of like the real world. Like, well, you make your own decisions and stuff. Because like if you get in trouble in the real world, like you can get arrested. And it's kind of like nobody's really gonna help you. Like think if you should do that. It's kind of like to the point where like like right or wrong.
So what I can hear from all y'all is that y'all think at Central y'all have a lot more freedom.
Lots.
Yes. I mean, of course, it's still, we're not saying like they don't care.
Yeah. That's
But
not what we're
it's still
saying.
just
That's
Not
not what we're
burning
saying.
stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
having
even
food
for
fights.
even for example, like not in elementary school, in middle school, they didn't even let us like get up during lunch.
I swear.
Like they didn't let us sit. They didn't let us sit with anybody we wanted to, unless it was like a specific day. But now it's like
Every
we
day.
up in the halls and stuff during lunch, but we couldn't do that during middle school.
Yeah,
So it's crazy.
We can't even have like in high school you can have your phones out now, but like in middle school that was always like the dumbest thing because we're not even doing anything in like lunch besides like eating and talking with our friends.
And
So
then we
it's
used
like,
to always have silent lunch.
I know.
Yes, always had silent lunch. But in high school, there ain't no silent lunch.
Yeah, and then they used to make a big deal. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but they used to make a big deal about us just like even what Dre said, like getting up. Like we could throw our lunch away. They would be like, y'all not supposed to get up. Y'all supposed to let them come to you.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
But why can't we just get up and throw our own stuff away?
exactly.
But in high school, you can do that. And I will say it's like there is supervision at lunch and stuff, but it's like they do let us like have some free time and like have lunch to ourselves because that's about one of the only times in the period of the day that we have to like socialize with our friends and just be us. And I do like that they let us be us for just that little time, even if it is like 20, 15 minutes. But they do just let us be us, and I like that. Because, kids going to be kids either way.
You are a kid. You got a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to say something because something I've noticed that it's not only the freedom that y'all are talking about. I think is interesting, but how do you feel about the size of the school though? The fact that compared to middle school, where your classes was kind of the same, on the same hallway at some point, besides extracurriculars. But how do you feel about the fact that you got to go from this floor to this floor, from this side all the way to the building like it's a big campus? How does that make you feel?
To be honest, it's honestly like I got used to it by like the second or third day. It's honestly not even that. It's not that complicated as people try to make it seem. Like, just remember, like, oh, for first period, I just gotta go up to the second floor and make a left. Like, it's just, think of it as like driving. Oh, to get home, I just gotta go straight and make a left or something like that.
Yeah, I will say for like kids that are like coming from like outside of CCSD, like double helix, stuff like that, like they might have a hard time finding their class and stuff like that because they ain't never been in like the school with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say it is kind of an adjustment on the first day seeing all those people in the hallway with you. Because me, I was definitely overstimulated. I'm not going to lie. I was overly overstimulated on the first day of school because of all the people that was in the hallway. But by the second day, like Drea said, I got used to it. Because at this point, I just don't care. I just go to class. But it's like after the second, third day, you get used to going where you're supposed to go. Because like once you learn all the stairwells and like which way is the best way to go, it gets easier. So once you know where you're going and where you are, it's just easier.
And I have to, for instance, I have to go from my third block to my fourth block. I have to go from like the top of the third floor all the way down to outside. I have to go like on the whole opposite side of the school. But to be honest, it literally takes me a maximum like 3 minutes to get there. I'm not even lying. It don't even take me that long to get there.
But I could stop and talk
heading
to my
their
friends and
class.
still get there in 3
Exactly.
minutes.
Yeah, I think it like depends on your schedule because, like you said, like. But I think my schedule is like I start all the way at the top, then I go down, then I go right back up. So it's like up, down. So I feel like once you like realize the pattern of your schedule, it'll make it easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I start on the freshman academy floor. That's the third floor, and then I go down to the second floor, which I'm down there with the 10th graders and stuff. So yeah, I go down to the second floor, and then after that, I gotta go all the way to the band hall, which I still get there in like 2-3 minutes because I just cut outside. And then after band, I go all the way to the trailers. So it's like once you know the best way to go from where you're coming from, it gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for you, Aiden, when you get there.
You talk, which is
I said when you get there, you understand.
Oh no, I know how park system work wired up, bro. From this, I was in 5th grade. What, man? So y'all want to go to Career Academy next year?
Of course.
Yes.
That's the goal.
I don't really know. I think I really want to do dual enrollment.
That's what I'm saying. You can do dual enrollment at Career Academy.
Oh, well, yeah.
What's y'all not y'all major, but y'all category?
Either
Pathway?
Yeah.
I got 3 that I could go to really.
3. It's crazy.
I could either do teaching as a profession, culinary arts, or I could do the broadcast and video production class, which I think that's the one I'm gonna do. Cause I really do want to do broadcast and video production, so I'm most likely gonna try to do that pathway. But the other 2 are my backup pathways.
You can culinary arts for me, man.
Maybe I'll think about it.
Ooh.
You know. What's your pathways?
I don't even know how Career Academy works for real.
They
to be
like
honest.
You said you want to do nursing, right?
Yeah, nursing.
You can get your
but like,
CNA.
I don't know what
That's
else
like-
they have.
So I'm saying like they offer. It's kind of like trade school, so they offer different trades that you can turn into a career.
Oh, okay.
And dual enrollment, like you can take Athens-Tech classes.
yeah, nursing most likely.
Like if you have Career Academy in the morning, you'd be essential for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
You'll pretty much be able to get certified early in these career paths straight out of getting out of high school. Too.
Oh, so not having to wait until you're like 20 something to start your career. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Did you know my cousin Kamaya? She did that and she got her CNA. While she was in high school.
Wait, what is a CNA?
Certified nursing assistant,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
You
certified
can be a
nursing
pediatric CNA. That's like CNA for like kids, and then there's a different CNA where they like
Phlebotomy?
with
Nothing, never mind.
like they help like elderly people.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's the folks in the nursing home and like the folks who works in the children as well. Okay.
And with that, we'll be right back after a quick run of commercials.
Looking to make your next party unforgettable? Then bounce into the fun with Athens Bounce House Rentals. We've got over 40 amazing inflatables, including bounce houses, exciting water slides, obstacle courses, and interactive games that will keep everyone smiling all day long. Need decorations too? We also offer over 40 colorful banners to help make your celebration extra special. Whether you're indoors or outdoors, on grass or concrete, Athens Bounce House Rentals has the perfect setup for birthdays, school events, church festivals, family reunions, and community celebration. And don't forget, mention this ad and ask about our 10% off special. Athens Bounce House Rentals is licensed, insured, and ready to bring the fun to your next event. Call Troy today at 706-202-8357 or visit www.athensbouncehouses.com. Athens Bounce House Rentals, bringing the fun one bounce at a time.
Being part of a program like the Athens-Clarke County High School Completion Initiative wasn't something I was too excited about doing at first. I didn't like reading or writing about things I didn't care about, and I still don't. But when you're doing it for a community of people that you do care about, it gets a little easier each time. Being in the ACC-HSCI made me realize that even if you don't like doing something, it's worth it if it helps the people around you. The Many Voices One Movement campaign is a fundraising event where you can help fund the ACC-HSCI and help us continue our mission of educating the youth of Athens.
You can donate by going to ACC-HSCI.org, then click on Contact Us, then Donations, and donate on the Many Voices One Movement campaign. Thank you for investing in our future.
This is an important message from Isaiah Ellison of Ellison's Professional Services, LLC. Do you want to save money and build wealth for your family? Then do a household budget. And then live on 90% of your income and save the other 10%. Remember, it's not how much you make, it's how much you spend. And remember, go with who you know. Ellison's Professional Services.
This is Drew Sarabia with an underage drinking myth and fact sponsored by Drug-Free Athens. Myth: I can drink alcohol and not have any problems. Fact: if you are under 21 years old, alcohol is a big problem. It is illegal. Kids who drink are more likely to get poor grades in school and are at higher risk of being crime victims. That was an underage drinking myth and fact sponsored by Drug-Free Athens. For more information on preventing youth substance abuse, go to drugfreeathens.org.
You're still here with Education Matters, the official voice of the youth. My name is Aiden Stevens, and still joining me in the studio are
Kareem Lumpkin.
Aiden Dowdy.
And Andrea Taylor.
Today on Education Matters, we will still be discussing about back to school. But before we jump back into today's discussion, I will give us our word of the week. This is Aiden Stevens with your word of the week. The word of the week is emulate. The definition of emulate is to strive to equal or excel in qualities or actions. The origin of this word is, the word dates back to the 1580s. It is a back formation from emulation, or comes from the Latin emulus, that the past participle of emular, meaning to rival. An example sentence of this would be, young people can emulate successful alumni by learning from their experiences and using those lessons to reach their own goals. That was your word of the week by Aiden Stevens.
Thank you to Aiden. Oh, I also do want to let y'all know, y'all can't ask me questions if y'all curious about my situation in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, so like, what is your situation?
So you know, I'll be homeschooled this year, but I'll be at Central next year. Y'all stay tuned.
I'll hold you to that now.
What, be in Central next year? Y'all be doing dual enrollment.
I'll hold you to that.
Now, the only way I won't be at Central is if we move, and I don't think we're moving this year. Because if we move, I'll either be zoned for Cedar or I'll be zoned for whatever county I'm in. But
Athens High.
What is Athens High?
Never mind.
I've never heard
That
Keep
don't
going.
exist no more.
Athens High?
Keep going.
But yeah, I'll be homeschooled for the first year. And then after that, I'll see you guys. And for the record, I wasn't going to be at Central this year anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what you was telling that lie this whole year for.
I told you I was going to be at Central.
Yes.
I said that.
You did.
It's like,
No.
I'm doing dual enrollment.
No, I'll be doing dual enrollment next year because you can't do dual enrollment as a ninth grader. Because I wasn't going to be in Central period this year. Yeah. So, anyways, how do y'all feel about like the recent school policy about no phones?
Oh my gosh, I think it's so. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's so
I
strict.
feel like it only applies to certain students. To be honest, like there's still kids that don't listen, but to me, I could care less to be on my phone. But I'm just not ready for them taking it the whole day next year.
I
Like,
swear.
they talking about next year like it's a law. Like if they see it at all, they go take it and give it to like law enforcement or something. I don't know.
And
Like they
put it
going
in
crazy.
admin.
And I'm like,
yeah.
okay, but like y'all don't pay for this phone, and I don't need to be on my phone in class. Like I could care less to be on my phone in class.
Me personally, I feel like somebody's dumb if they're on their phone in class because obviously you're gonna get caught because we're supposed to turn them into the pouch at the beginning of class or the bucket or whatever they have. And it's like if you don't and they see that you're on it, they're just gonna take it.
So they give you the chance to put it away.
Yes.
If you don't, it's your fault. Cool.
But wait, the warning. Sometimes they'll give you the warning. Sometimes they won't. It depends.
What's the warning?
It depends on the teacher.
The warning is basically like either you get a verbal warning or they just gonna call your parents.
Right. It's like it depends on the teacher. That's what they told us in our meeting. They literally said it depends on the teacher.
And also like they say, like if they say one day like you don't put your phone in the pouch, they say okay they contact your parents if you don't put your phone in the pouch. Like they just to make sure like hey, so and so like Drea didn't put her phone in the pouch today. Are you sure like she has it at home? Like they have to do that. And
So
I'm like it's stupid.
Oh, okay. So if you don't bring your phone in, then they have to check with your parents to see if you left it at home.
Yes.
Yeah, or are you lying? It's like in your purse.
So like say it's the beginning of class and the teacher says, all right guys, put your phone in the pouches. If somebody says, oh, I don't got my phone, they have to go text our parents to make sure that our parents have our phone.
Yes.
And if we're lying, I think, do we get a disciplinary action? I don't remember.
Yeah, but I mean you gotta think
Most
about it.
people's
Most
parents
parents go lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most parents
It don't
will
matter.
lie.
Or half the time they don't even know.
Exactly, and they just go with the flow,
Yeah.
really.
But I think they should just stick with I don't think they should do a whole thing taking it for real, but I think they should just stick with like
The system we have now.
Yeah, they just shouldn't give any warnings. I think they should just if they catch somebody on their phone, they just confiscate it until the end of the day, until the end of class, and tell them like, hey, don't be on it again, and then just give it back to them. And it's like y'all
Exactly.
doing all
Yeah,
this
but I
extra
think
stuff.
really the phone policy is really strict because this must be like a really bad. Like I said the same thing with like the tardy policy and all that. Like most folks really be on their phones or be late to class every day because like I don't understand like why if you get like I know it depends on the teacher, but why is it first warning it's a phone call harm or a verbal warning next time they're just gonna take your phone like
Exactly. Like you might as well just take it, just put it on your desk, and then tell the student come back to my class at the end of the day and get it back. Like it's that easy. You don't
And
gotta
also,
take it.
like, I know from a previous interview with Dr. Scott, she was talking about how this year we can have it during transition, next year we can't.
Exactly.
But me personally, I feel like it needs to just stay how it is now because if it's not a problem now, then they should.
yeah, it's not instructional time.
Yeah, because I feel like the state just should leave the high school rule as it is because since we're in high school, we should have a little bit more freedom.
Yeah, I think they left that up to the district because I don't remember them saying like you can't have it out. You just can't have it.
No,
out
it's the state now. The state is making a law saying that we can't have it at all.
And it's like all around America. Like,
It's already in place for elementary and middle, but they were gonna wait till next year to do high school. So when next year comes around, that's when we gonna have the full wide.
so they gave
too.
us like a free extra year.
Yeah, they gave
But
us an extra year.
the biggest thing I don't like is that how next year, like Aiden said, they making us
Not bring it at
They
all.
gonna take it. Like we can't have it at lunch. Like there's
Or
some
in the
people.
hallway,
There's some people
walking.
that don't talk to people. Like somebody may not have friends, or they may not be like they may be like socially awkward or something, and it's like they just sitting there eating their food. Like if I was socially awkward and I didn't talk to anybody and I sit by myself at lunch, I want to at least have my phone to watch a TikTok or a video or something. And it's like, why are y'all taking my electronic device that y'all don't pay for?
That part right there.
That y'all don't pay for, and
Emphasis.
I can't watch it to eat my food, and I can't have it to.
Because
and I can't have it to, just to go from this class to this class. Like it don't make sense.
and it's my cellular device that you don't pay for. Like, and actually, I'm finna ask you a question real quick. With you not being a student in CCSD, how do you feel about this?
I mean,
Because it don't apply
Current
to you
student.
until
let me
next year.
fix that.
really and truly, I haven't been a CCSD student in 2 years. Well, counting this
Just
year.
answer the question.
So me personally, I really don't like. I see how it affects y'all for sure. Cause if they implemented this when we was in middle school, like 6th and 7th grade, I would have been mad. That's
But
when I
it's
had my
gonna apply
phone
to
notes.
you even worse when you come in 10th grade.
Exactly. You don't get to get what we get now.
Yeah, it's true. But then you gotta think about it. I had
I
another
wonder what they like really, cause like this year, cause like no for real like this year they was like I don't know somebody like I guess it was at the freshman game they was like saying like you can't have your phones out at the beginning of the or like at lunch or whatever, but like when someone had asked like when when we had that meeting at the first day of school someone had asked that teacher like that was sitting next to me like can we have our phones out at lunch, she was like yeah, so it was like are they gonna like still like. Is it really gonna be enforced or is it gonna be just like a law and like you just do whatever?
It's an actual law. Cause I wonder how they actually gonna do it. Next year, like let's say we can't have it out like at all period, but what if like all the kids at lunch take their phone out at lunch? What if like all the kids take their phone out at once at lunch? It's not like they gonna take
everybody
80 phones at once, like.
And it's like I want to say at least 1,000 to 2,000 kids in center. They're not gonna take all 1,000 or 2,000 of our phones at lunch.
Exactly.
Y'all ever thought of doing like a public school type of stand against the code?
A walkout?
Not necessarily a walkout, but
protest.
more. Yeah.
Yes.
But even if we did, it wouldn't change anything.
It would.
The state's not gonna do anything.
No, technically, it would change something. 2,000 kids not willing to give up their phone because of a stupid policy that would make somewhere something.
But I can't agree that I feel like it should apply to certain students.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. That's what
kids.
would make it like bigger because for some students they can see why it's a thing, but for other students because they're not on their phones but they still have it as a precautionary, it can seem unfair. You get where I'm going with
it's
this?
like school is not really like safe anymore. Like you can't go to school because sometimes an intruder might come in or a fire might start or something crazy might happen.
Yeah, intruders been increasing.
Yeah, and it's like how can I get into contact with like my parent or a love or a guardian saying that something happened at school because I can't have my phone and a fire starts and everybody got to evacuate. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, and somebody been asking like I think somebody asked like almost all my teachers this in my class. And the only thing they be saying is like, well, if everybody try to text and call their mama or their daddy at the same time, it's not gonna go through. And I'm like, yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And it was like they can just call the school like the school number. And I'm like, so you saying that
you want
80 plus students, but like 1,000 plus students. 1,000 plus parents gonna be calling the school at once, and y'all gonna answer for them. Like I don't know. It don't make sense.
That's
what
then
one
you
of my
say it's not
teachers
gonna work. But if it's not gonna work for our phones, it's obviously not gonna work for the school phones. Because if it's like 1,000 calls coming in at once, what you gonna do? Answer all 1,000?
Plus text.
Well, I mean, I really do hear what y'all saying, but at the same time, you gotta look at it from their perspective. Because if everybody calls,
they don't get it though. They're not the ones learning.
Oh, well, how I look at it is if you have everybody calling their parents at the same time, you have all of them getting there at the same time or in close ranges to each other, that can cause a problem.
Well, that means that already happens at pickup. Because if you think about it, if people are like, if their parents are all like coming to the school at once, like, I mean, is it really like that or like
Cool, but I'm saying exactly. Let's say that for example.
The EMS better get there first.
But if like y'all know how crowded pickup is on the usual.
Yeah.
Now imagine that it is during an active shooting drill. Now you putting everybody that's outside of nature
But think about it. A lot of parents get off of work at the end of the day when they pick up their kids. Not every parent gonna be able to come to the school like, oh, it's an intruder or something at the school, like I'm scared. They ain't gonna always be able to just get off and do that. Because a lot of parents get off when their kids get out of school. So that's why, like, the line might not even be half as large as when, an emergency happens than when they picking up their kids. And plus buses, they gonna have that whole parking lot to themselves. To parents if something does happen.
And also, before we go to break, I do want to add this. What is the quickest way to reach a family's parent? Us, correct?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we are the first reliable source to get to our parents.
Yeah.
So if something was happening, some parents don't even have their email on their phone. So if the school sent out a lousy email talking about this situation happened at school today, we're investigating. Some parents don't even get that email because they don't have their email on their phone. So how would they know something's going on with their child if we can't tell them?
Or your parents got do not disturb on their phone, and
exactly.
the school not an emergency,
and we're the only ones that go through. So that's another one. That like they don't think about, because we are the first reliable source to our parents. And with that, we'll be right back after a quick run of commercials.
This is Juice Arabia with an underage drinking myth and fact sponsored by Judge-Free Athens. Myth: I can drink alcohol and not have any problems. Fact: if you are under 21 years old, alcohol is a big problem. It is illegal. Kids who drink are more likely to get poor grades in school and are at higher risk of being crime victims. That was an underage drinking myth and fact sponsored by Drug-Free Athens. For more information on preventing youth substance abuse, go to drugfreeathens.org.
Are you passionate about sports like football, basketball, or even flag football? The Athens-Clarke County High School Completion Initiative is looking for students in grades 8 through 12 to broadcast high school and Little League sports live on MURadioAthens.com. If you are someone you know is motivated, dependable, and ready to learn what it takes to break into the exciting world of sports broadcasting, this is your chance. To apply, submit your audition tape to HSCI at ACC-HSCI.org. Don't just watch the game, call it on your local internet radio station, MURadioAthens.com. Apply today. Let your broadcasting journey begin.
Looking to make your next party unforgettable? Then bounce into the fun with Athens Bounce House Rentals. We've got over 40 amazing inflatables, including bounce houses, exciting water slides, obstacle courses, and interactive games that will keep everyone smiling all day long. Need decorations too? We also offer over 40 colorful banners to help make your celebration extra special. Whether you're indoors or outdoors, on grass or concrete, Athens Bounce House Rentals has the perfect setup for birthdays, school events, church festivals, family reunions, and community celebration. And don't forget, mention this ad and ask about our 10% off special. Athens Bounce House Rentals is licensed, insured, and ready to bring the fun to your next event. Call Troy today at 706-202-8357 or visit www.athensbouncehouses.com. Athens Bounce House Rentals, bringing the fun one bounce at a time.
This is an important message from Isaiah Ellison of Ellison's Professional Services, LLC. Did you know that under IRS rules, you can pay your minor child up to $15,750 a year that will not be taxable to your child, but you can still deduct it on your tax return? Keep the money in the family and go with who you know. Ellison's Professional Services.
Education Matters, the official voice of the youth. My name is Aiden Dowdy, and joining me in the studio are
Andrea Taylor,
Aiden Stevens,
And Kareem Lumpkin.
and we are talking to our new guest, Mr. Richard Dunn, about Black Philanthropy Month once again. But before we jump back into today's show, Andrea will give us our scholarship.
your scholarship today is the United States Senate Youth Program. The purpose of the program is to give high school students an intensive and educational experience and scholarship for those who want to pursue a career in public service. To be eligible, you must be a high school junior or senior, must show demonstrated leadership by serving in a position. They have to live in a state they qualify in, and you must obtain a USSYP application through their high school principal or counselor. The award that you gain from this scholarship is each participant will be awarded a $12,500 college scholarship for undergraduate studies and many experiences around the world. And that's Andrea with your scholarship.
Thank you to Drea. So, Mr. Dunn, for the folks that don't know out there, what is Black Philanthropy Month and what does it do?
Well, it is an annual event that is actually a global event which draws attention to the need for black organizations to be recognized and contributed to by various philanthropist organizations around the world. As I said last week, that most the philanthropy groups give the majority of their dollars to mostly white-run and big nonprofit organizations, close to $82 billion, where black-run organizations get about 30 billion. So it's a billion. It's not a lot of money when you look at the number of organizations around the world that deal with people of color, and the majority of organizations that deal with people of color and that are run by people of color have budgets less than $100,000 a year, and many of them have budgets of $50,000 or less. And we can't grow without support. And we also said last week that we were going to have different nonprofit organizations on this month, and we did have one scheduled, but unfortunately, y'all probably said it in the first half, but I need to say it again. Unfortunately, that person had a family emergency, and the show must go on, so I got drafted.
Okay. So who are some historical figures that represent Black philanthropy?
That's a good question, and to be honest with you, the only person that I can think of off the top of my head, and there are others, but the only person that I can think of off the top of my head would be Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson was the founder of BET, Black Entertainment Television.
That's what BET stand for?
Best television.
Huh?
I never knew that was what BET stood for.
That's what I meant.
You never knew that BET stood for Black Entertainment Television? Well, anyway, he founded BET, and he was a big philanthropist. Gave lots of money away. I would think that the oh God, his name's escaping me now, but the founder of Ebony Magazine, he was good in giving back. A person who's pretty generous right now is LeBron James. Mm-hmm. And Oprah Winfrey, of course, is another one. They give big dollars to two groups. But again, there's a lot of smaller organizations out there that aren't getting the benefit of those type of dollars. There's also a group out in California called Urban Awareness, and they do a lot of small grants or donations to African-American nonprofits. In fact, their whole mission is to help build up small Black and minority-run nonprofit organizations. They do a lot of webinars. They do a lot of. They have an annual conference where they invite. Well, you got to pay to go, but it's for small nonprofits to come in and get the training that they need to acquire the skills to become bigger and better. I went to one they had about 2-3 years ago. They had it down in Orlando, and it was really an outstanding event. And I learned a tremendous amount about operating a nonprofit from these people. So,
how can young people become leaders in philanthropy and community service?
Well, what do you spend most of your money on?
Ooh, great question.
Food, clothes.
A little bit of everything, actually. I spend my money on food. I spend my money on myself. I spend my money on funding.
Funding?
Yeah, funding.
What's that?
Funding, like funding for my team. I can give a portion of my money for my team so we can go on trips and whatnot.
Okay, the STEP team that you're on.
Yeah.
Then you're a philanthropist.
Oh, okay, period.
Anytime you take some of your money and you give it to a worthy cause that is benefiting this community, that makes you a philanthropist.
Oh.
So it's basically making the decision that all of my money is not necessarily going to be spent on my personal needs. Some of it I'm going to give to an organization that's trying to meet the needs of the community. So you're a philanthropist. You ain't a big baller, but you're a philanthropist.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to like students and young people who want to give back to the community but don't know how to yet?
You know how. They know how. It's not. Pick an organization you want to give money to, and find out ask those people, how do I make a donation? Or write them a check or Zelle them some money. Just reach out to those organizations. It's not rocket science. Giving is not rocket science. And I think sometimes maybe people don't give because they do think it's more, what's the word I want to use?
Complicated?
Huh?
Complicated?
More, thank you. That's why you're here. That is more complicated than it is, but it's simple. Write a check, Zelle it. What's the other thing y'all use? Cash App, all, give. It's simple. Just give. Make it. The hardest part of giving is making the decision to give and following through with that decision.
Wait, if I give a homeless person money, does that make me a philanthropist?
No, because they're not like organized.
I think I'm going to go with Andrea's answer. I think if you gave to the organizations that supported them, people might see you more as a philanthropist than just giving to a homeless person. Not to say that you shouldn't give to a homeless person. I'm just saying that people probably would rule or define philanthropy as one who gives money directly to an organization that is designed to meet a community need versus just giving it to an individual. I give money to my grandchildren. That don't make me a philanthropist,
You give money to us.
Yeah, I give money to you. Yeah, I do, yeah.
So technically, could like a fast food place or like a clothing store be considered a organization or like in the definition of philanthropy or no?
A fast food place or clothing store are for-profit businesses. Philanthropists give their money to non-profit businesses, so non-profit organizations. So McDonald's does a lot of philanthropy. They take some of their proceeds and they give it to people in the organizations in the community. But McDonald's is not a non-profit organization. It's about making money.
So how can, were you finna ask?
No, you
So how can organizations and businesses give back to Black philanthropists?
No, how can they give back to Black nonprofits? Philanthropist is the person that gives. So the philanthropist is a giver.
So how can they give back to those?
Okay, how can they give back to nonprofits? They generally give to nonprofits. Like I just said, it just depends. You pick one and you find out what does it take to make a donation. Do they take checks? Do they have a website where you can make a donation on it? So it does take a little bit of research, but it's not rocket science.
Okay. What do you think is the most important part when it comes to philanthropy?
I guess just having a commitment to wanting to help organizations that are doing the work to try to make a difference in society. So, just having a giving heart, a giving spirit. That's the most important part of it. The dollars that they give and give to organizations, those people are going to do the work to try to make the long-term difference. But like I say, I guess as a philanthropist, you got to make sure that you track your giving so you can write it off your income taxes. But I don't see being a philanthropist as hard work. I know they do a lot of research on different organizations because they're not just going to give to anybody. They want to make sure that you meet, that what they give, or what you do meets their mission in giving. They want to make sure that you're a stable organization. But I don't see it as hard. That you just set up some rules and go by your rules.
Thank you. And with that, we'll be right back after a quick run of commercials.
In the month of August, Black Philanthropy Month is widely celebrated to lift Black nonprofits by giving and funding equity. You have the opportunity to support a Black-run nonprofit near you. The Athens-Clarke County High School Completion Initiative is a Black-run nonprofit serving Athens youth year-round. To donate, you can go to www.ACC-HSCI.org and click on Contact Us. Then click on Donations and select the Many Voices One Movement campaign.
Athens-Clarke County is one of the most food insecure communities in Georgia. Every night, thousands of Athenians, both young and old, go to bed lacking sufficient amounts of quality and nutritious food. It's a tragedy being addressed by the nonprofit organization Feed My Sheep Ltd. Once a week, the members of Feed My Sheep Ltd. Deliver food to the homes of people in need. If you or someone you know is in need of quality nutrition, call Feed My Sheep Ltd. at 706-850-6499. That's 706-850-6499. Feed My Sheep Ltd. It's more than serving food, it's serving God.
This is an important message from Isaiah Ellison of Ellison's Professional Services, LLC. Do you want to give yourself a raise, increase your credit score, and save money at the same time? Then pay your bills on the due date. Don't use the grace period, because if you do, your credit score is going to go down and you're going to pay more in interest rates and fees. Remember, go with who you know. Ellison's Professional Services.
Looking to make your next party unforgettable? Then bounce into the fun with Athens Bounce House Rentals. We've got over 40 amazing inflatables, including bounce houses, exciting water slides, obstacle courses, and interactive games that will keep everyone smiling all day long. Need decorations too? We also offer over 40 colorful banners to help make your celebration extra special. Whether you're indoors or outdoors, on grass or concrete, Athens Bounce House Rentals has the perfect setup for birthdays, school events, church festivals, family reunions, and community celebration. And don't forget, mention this ad and ask about our 10% off special. Athens Bounce House Rentals is licensed, insured, and ready to bring the fun to your next event. Call Troy today at 706-202-8357 or visit www.athensbouncehouses.com. Athens Bounce House Rentals, bringing the fun one bounce at a time.
You're still here with Education Matters, the official voice of the youth. My name is Aiden Dowdy, and joining me in the studio are
Andrea Taylor,
Aiden Stevens, and Kareem Lumpkin.
And we are still talking to our guest, Mr. Richard Dunn, about Black Philanthropy Month. But before we jump back into today's show, Kareem will give us our To Your Health.
This is today's To Your Health fact with Kareem. Did you know that regular exercise can benefit both your body and your mind? Even just 30 minutes of physical activity a day, such as walking, dancing, biking, or playing a sport can make a difference. Exercising helps strengthen your heart and muscles, improve your energy levels, and can help you maintain a healthy weight. It can also reduce stress and improve your mood. Because physical activity releases chemicals in the brain that help you feel good. You don't have to spend hours at the gym to experience the benefits. Small changes like taking the stairs, going for a walk after dinner, or stretching during the day can help you become more active. Remember, staying active is one of the best things you can do for your overall health. And that is today's To Your Health Fact with Kareem.
Thank you to Kareem. So, Mr. Dunn, since you are a part of a nonprofit, how can people help donate to your nonprofits?
Well, there's a couple of ways. One, you can go to our webpage, which is ACC-HSCI.org, and find the donation button. Actually, it's under What About Us. And you can make a donation through the webpage. You can also use Zelle. We have a Zelle account. And our email address is what you would use to do it through Zelle. And that's HSCI@ACC-HSCI.org. That's HSCI@ACC-HSCI.org. So you can Zelle. Zelle is probably the quickest and actually the cheapest way of donating. You can also write a check, and you can write that out to HSCI and just put in there, donation. The show that we did last week, and you guys did a great job with it. After that show, before the show was over, people were listening to it on WXAG. Someone texted me and pledged to not only give us some money, but to volunteer, which is another way to help nonprofit organizations. And then the next day, I got an email from someone who was committed to giving us money. And so we got two people who were willing to give us money on a monthly basis as a result of the work you guys did last week in producing the show. So thanks you for that. But you can donate time, you can donate your money. There's a lot of different ways that you can help the nonprofits in this community, help them with their programs, help them do some of the, you might have a skill that's would be beneficial. Like we have a big need for people who have technology knowledge. We could use that. You might be a student over there at the University of Georgia who's majoring in journalism. You can come in and help us teach the kids what you're learning at UGA. Not only will you be helping the kids, but you really be helping yourself because you get to practice what you're learning at UGA. And the more you practice it, the better you get at it. So there's lots of different ways that one can give without putting a dollar on it. Andre, I think it was you that asked a question about some of the famous Black philanthropists, and of course they mentioned Oprah Winfrey, and she's one. They say Oprah Winfrey has given over $500 million, given away over $500 million to people around this country, organizations around this country. There's a gentleman by the name of Ron Smith. I think it's Ron. First name is Ron. He was the speaker for graduation at Morehouse College about 3 or 4 years ago. He gave away $34 million at that speech, paying for all the seniors' tuition. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different ways, you know. You don't have to have big bucks to do it. A lot of people think you have to have big money. Again, what Aiden does to help support his STEP team, that's a nonprofit donation. I know that the flag football team at Clark Central, where you play, they had an auction off. They were auctioning off an autographed football signed by Kirby Smart. Tickets was $10. That's philanthropy. If you bought a ticket, that's philanthropy. You're helping a cause. You're helping us do something in this community. So it's, it doesn't take a lot of money. We're only asking people to give $8.55 a month. We're trying to get 3,000 people to do that.
We all had that football thing giveaway.
Huh?
We all had that.
That was like 2 weeks, like a week ago.
Mm-hmm. I could put in 10.
So there's lots of different ways that it can be done, and a lot of different people do it. Yeah.
You got a question?
Yeah. What is your vision?
Kareem, speak louder when you ask your questions.
What is your vision for Athens-Clarke County? Like, what would you feel like? What would you like to see in the future if more people started investing their time and money into philanthropy, into being a philanthropist?
Well, hopefully, and of course, I'm big on the organizations that do youth development. But hopefully, the youth development organizations would grow bigger and stronger, and be able to serve many more children, and help reduce some of the educational and social ills that our children face. Last week when we did the show, and I asked the panel, the interviewers, what ideas did they have if we had more money, and they came up with some great ideas, including helping buy back-to-school clothes for some families where kids can't afford it, having a bigger building where we could accommodate and educate more children, help prepare them to become more successful adults as life goes on. We talked about giving away scholarships. At the end of the day, giving to organizations is done to help make the community better, help to address the issues of that community. There's some people who are into dealing with the homeless. So hopefully you can help help eradicate that situation. It's never going away. It's always going to be poor people. It's always going to be homeless people. but we can help those who want to be helped change their lives.
So how do you feel about, did you have a question, Trey?
No, go ahead.
How do you feel about this upcoming school year?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah, because, since it's a chance for us to start advocating for ourselves as far as live broadcasting and stuff like that.
Well, we're looking forward to this school year, opportunities. Speaking of live broadcasting, we're looking to start broadcasting the Clarke Central and the Cedar Shows football games. I think the first game is August the 18th, I think, is when Cedar opens up this season. And we're looking forward to that. We're going to have some younger people as part of that broadcast team. That's going to be on MURadioAthens.com, so we're excited about that. Andrea is going to be our first female sports broadcaster to do football. We've had them help do basketball, girls basketball, but she will be the first. Now, we had a University of Georgia college intern with us who helped do some football with us, but Andrea's going to be the first youth female broadcaster that we have, so we're excited about that and what she brings to the table. And so what is she? Well, she plays flag football. That means she knows the game, and she has a great voice and the ability to speak well. So we're excited about that. We got 2 middle school kids from Coyle Middle School who are going to help us do the Cedar Shows games. So we're excited about that. So
can I ask who the 2 kids are from Coyle?
I haven't met them face to face yet, but it doesn't matter.
Just want to see if I know.
I don't know who you know.
That's true.
Their last name is Johnson. One is from Coyle, and the other one, it depends on how he does on his tryout later on today. We will see if he's going to be on that team or not. But we're always looking. So if you have a high school student, preferably a high school student, and the reason we say that because they know the players, they know the team, they know what's going on with the team. They can have contact with them during the school day and get additional information. But we welcome having them. So you can call 706-850-2626, or you can email us at ACC-HSCI@ACC-HSCI.org.
And Mr. Dunn, you of all people know that here on Education Matters, we ask all of our guests this essential question, which is, why does education matter to you?
Well, again, education matters to me because I think it opens up the door of opportunity. But not only does it open up the door of opportunity to better your life, it provides you with the skills and the knowledge needed to open up the doors of opportunity for other people less fortunate than you, to make a difference. So it gives you the skills to be a better servant to the community. And if you guys in this program walk away from here with nothing else embedded in you, I want you to understand that you got to give back. You got to be part of the solution to the problems that our community face. And because you have the knowledge, because you have the skills, we hope that you won't be selfish with that, but you'll be willing to share that to make a positive difference in our community.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to Education Matters, the official voice of the youth. Education Matters is sponsored by Drug Free Athens, Ellison's Professional Services, Athens Bounce House Rentals, and MURadioAthens.com. If you missed any portion of this program or would like to hear it again, it can be heard Saturday at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., Monday at 5:30 p.m., and Tuesday at 10 a.m. on MURadioAthens.com. You can also listen on demand at our YouTube channel, Education Matters Network. Education Matters is a production of the High School Completion Initiative.